First down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Stanford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 41, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
I'm gonna run you over.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Switch. Check 43. Zebra. 59.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Lady. Check, 59. Get that quarterback at all costs.
On third down, Taylor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. James has got it, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
50. 10. Topper.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to look deep for more. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. McCaffrey on the counter. McCaffrey with a first down and more. Through an opening, and there he goes. A big play there from McCaffrey. 71 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, 50, middle.
Here's Stafford. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd and short.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Bravo.
Check. Hey. Mike's by 4.
Hurry.
Let's go.
Stafford on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Dumping it off for Johnson. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Stafford looks to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. He gets it to Thomas. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the... Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point try good by GOTW. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, they'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
54, right there. 54, Mike. You bet.
From the 41, Stafford. He finds Taylor, complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
22.
Begin.
6-6. Pull it high.
Johnson on the counter. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
I'm coming. Check 59. Mike is smooth. 59. Go.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Blue 60.
Watch his flat.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Bridgewater now. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touch. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
10. Hey, one set. Hey, 54. Hey, wahoo!
Stafford on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On second down now, it's Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Play action. Stafford. And that's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford underneath for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, high 7.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Alert! 53. Ready? Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
To the air again. Stafford. Now he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Double right.
Watch it. 25. Check.
Push on traffic. Double right. Hey, Charlie.
Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Prater for the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing. Bridgewater. Thomas has got it. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To the air again with Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nate Ebner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
260.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.